This is Ryan Abraham, Dan Weber, USCFootball.com. Instant analysis here on Howard Jones Field, practice number 10. Non-pads practice, last time they're going to do that, Dan.
Yep, you have to have 3 of them in the spring, and this was the 3rd one. Made sense on a, high with the temperatures today, and gives them a chance to go really hard the last 5, which is the plan, Sark says.
Now, it wasn't the best day for the quarterback Steve Sarkisian was talking about, but it seems like they're a little closer to naming a starting quarterback at this point.
That's what he said. He kind of gave a smile and said, yeah, I think, I decided I wanted to think about it. Once I've got the sense of who it's going to be, I wanted to think about it and let it, kind of ruminate in there a little bit. But looks like he knows which way he's going to go, and he said he'll tell him, and certainly before the end of spring.
Yeah, it seems like before the end of spring, but any chance that it would not be Cody Kessler at this point?
I don't know. Max is better, as he was saying today. Week 4 he's better than he was week 1 for sure, and he looks better. He looks more confident. As much as you can say, it was a kind of a tough day for the offense. I think a lot of that was how well the defense played, and the fact that, as Cody said, you really can't block people you don't have pads on. So they tried to go with the silent count, which threw off the snaps a little bit. I think also maybe the heat and the slippery hands a little bit. So there were 5 or 6 bad snaps that didn't help things. But defense played really well on their 3rd down stops, I think was the thing that Sark said, set the defense apart. But it'd be a major surprise, if it's not Cody.
As far as the snapping goes, there were like 5 or 6 that went awry, but he did say that silent cadence there. What do you think the significance of using that out here in spring ball is?
I'm going to let it go for a while and see how they use that. I think it's just a matter of you want to get it in, you want to get it where you're a little comfortable with it. I'm not sure how much that's going to be a factor. I think it can throw the other team off as well, as long as it doesn't throw you off. And also, and obviously in very loud stadiums on the road, it could certainly help you. But I'll have to see it a little bit more before we see how we think they're going to use it.
Yeah, they used it a little bit with music. Maybe in the fall they'll do it with some of the crowd noise they pump in. But you mentioned the defense playing really well, especially with a lot of guys not even in there.
Yeah, when you think about it, as you look on the sidelines and the deep center field duo of Josh Shaw and Sua Cravens, who get a kind of a coach's eye view, of the defense in front of them, and Leonard Williams on the sidelines, and you think, wow, you put those 3 guys in there. Yeah. And they're already playing really well. One of the things everybody's talking about, Gerald Bowman keeps showing up. Sark saw, said, I'm really noticing him. Chris Hawkins and Leon McQuay are being mentioned. So it's given more reps, more opportunity for the younger guys, and given the, Sua and Shaw a chance to heal up. But, and Claude Pilon looks like he's, I think he and Delvon, conditioning is becoming a factor where they look like they're in the kind of shape that they can really play now. And I think that's, especially for Claude, that's a big change from week 1. And so they really feel like, they've got a potential 22-man defensive, group that Sark says if they're good now, they could be really good.
The defense really good today on 3rd down stops. The one guy, though, that they mentioned on offense, you kind of mention him every day, is Nelson Aguilar.
4 touchdowns today, I guess. He did everything you can do. He even he draws coverage and got George Katrib, a 70 or 80-yard touchdown on a combination route. But he out-juggled Chris on a ball. He out-jumped everybody on a ball. He ran by everybody on a ball. He just, as Sark says, he just comes out and does his thing. You can have a day where you don't think the offense performed that well, and he still had 4 terrific-looking touchdowns.
Pretty crazy. All right, well, that's day 10 here on Howard Jones Field, spring practice football number 10. For Dan Weber, this is Ryan Abraham. Check out USCFootball.com for more.